All right, welcome to our video today on the Pythagorean theorem. So before I jump into my definition and the Pythagorean theorem, if you were attempting the exercises at the end of our last video, for the first question, you should have got that D is not a Pythagorean triple. And for the second question, you should have got that D is a Pythagorean triple. So those are your answers for those two. Moving on to the Pythagorean theorem, we're going to start out with a definition that you guys should write down. I've already written down. And our definition says that the Pythagorean theorem states that the area of the square whose side is the hypotenuse, so that's this guy right here, this square, its side is the hypotenuse, so its area, all this space in here, is equal to the sum of the area of the other two squares. So that's the sum of the area of this square and this square. Okay? Now that's really wordy, and that sounds like a lot. So, in other words, what it's saying is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's literally all it's saying. And the reason it's saying that is because we remember that if we're finding the area of a square, because it's in this we're talking about area of a square, it's always just a length squared. Well, our length is our A, that's this length here, and our length is our B, that's that length there. That length there, so A and B. And that's literally all there is to the Pythagorean theorem. We basically did it with Pythagorean triples without outright saying what a Pythagorean theorem is, but that's all it is essentially that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And remember that what we're doing is we're finding the area of this square out here that's attached to these triangle arms. Because remember, whenever we just square one length, that's the same thing as finding the area of a square. Okay, so this is a really quick, simple example. So this guy down in the corner. So we could use this to find the area of the missing square. So our example is we have 20 centimeters squared. So 20 centimeters squared plus 15 centimeters squared. Now here's the thing. When we're trying to find the area, this area in here, we want to end up with a squared value. Do I need to square these values? Do I need to square 20 and 15? Take a second and pause the video to say yes or no, or think about it and say yes or no. Okay, hopefully you've decided whether yes, you're going to square them or you're not. And the answer to that question is no, you are not. Because we already have centimeters squared, that indicates that whatever this length was here and here, it's already been squared for us. Okay, so that means that the answer to our question is just simply going to be 20 plus 15, which is 35 centimeters squared. So that's our area of this large square right here. So that's how we use the Pythagorean theorem to find the area of squares based off of a right triangle. That's it for this video, pretty short and simple. I don't have any examples for you. We're going to do an example in the next video. It's just going to be 2 examples, and it's going to be a lot more in depth. We're actually going to solve some equations based off the Pythagorean theorem.